this past Sunday, we took some time and unpacked Luke chapter 24, where the disciples were on the road to Emmaus. And at this point in the story, we know that the disciples, they had known that Jesus died on the cross, and they had heard rumor that he had risen again, but they hadn't seen him. And so they weren't really sure what to do. And then Jesus shows up right in front of them. And he says to them what's going on, and they're explaining to Jesus what had happened. And as a matter of fact, in verse 21, it says, "We had hoped he was the Messiah who had come to rescue Israel." And those words, they grip me so hard, how they were convinced that he was the Messiah. They had all hope in him, but now they weren't sure what to do because he was no longer there. And then Jesus, he actually goes on to unpack the story of who Jesus is, starting with Moses and how all of this pointed back to him. And he eats with them and reveals himself to these disciples. And those disciples, they were so excited that they ended up running back to Jerusalem to share the story, the good news of what Jesus did. And in verse 33, it actually says, "And within the hour, they were on their way back to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 disciples and the others who had gathered with them." They were so excited they could not wait. Even though it was evening, even though it was the end of the day, they did not want to wait any longer because they found out the one that they had hoped for is exactly who he said he was. And my prayer for all of us as a church is the one that we had hoped for, we would realize he really is who he said he was. And that we cannot wait to share that good news with somebody else this week. Guys, we cannot wait to worship with you this Sunday as a church. I don't know if you heard the news, but this Sunday, we're going to be having our Big Kids Corner, our kindergarten to 5th grade, hanging out with us in the service, celebrating service together with us. We call it our Family Sunday service. We're so excited to be able to do that together here at 10 a.m. Everything else will be just like normal. The only difference is we're going to have a little bit more fun than we normally do. And I hope that you as parents will make it a priority to get your kids here with you and worship together as a family this Sunday. And don't forget, we also have our worship night is going to be happening this Sunday night at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're excited for that opportunity to allow God to speak to our hearts and to look forward to what we will be able to do because of what he has already done for us. Guys, we cannot wait to see you this Sunday for our Family Sunday service and this Sunday night at 6 p.m. for our worship night. Can't wait to see you guys here.